Hello everyone and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we're going to explore a new side quest in Watoga that was added to the game with the One Wasteland update called Breaking Radio Silence. On that quest we'll meet Initiate Dodge, the first living member of the Brotherhood of Steel to return to Appalachia. He'll task us with completing daily ops, and we can get some lore surrounding the Appalachian Brotherhood and the members of the California Brotherhood who are currently on their way to the region. We'll follow his quest, complete a daily op, and return for an extra reward and some additional lore. Remember, if you like videos like this, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I upload new Fallout 76 content several times a week on the channel, and that's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of it. So, if we haven't completed the Mayor for a Day quest, then we have to do our best to avoid murderous robots as we follow the quest marker to this note on the edge of the city in Watoga. We find it here on this gruesome little tableau with impaled raider corpses and definitely something there to scare someone away. We'll take care of one last robot. Take a look at the scenery here. And we'll go ahead and read our note. It's titled Prove Your Worth and stabbed into the display here. Want to prove your worth and honor to the Brotherhood of Steel? Meet me at Watoga Towers. If you're just a raider looking for trouble, think twice. This one didn't. Initiate Vernon Dodge, Brotherhood of Steel. So it looks like old Vern here must have run into some raiders outside of Watoga, and he had no trouble taking out the trash and posting them up like scarecrows to scare some more away. Sounds like an interesting character. We'll make our way over to Watoga Towers. It's not far from where the note is. And I like this idea. I like this idea that there's somebody living in Watoga now. Usually have some robots over here. Yeah, we've got one. Fortunately, no major threats for us today. And we'll just make our way around the building toward the staircase. Keep an eye out for any other threats that might pop up. Voter Services Terminal, that's not new. Yep, we gotta go upstairs. Easy enough. And I know this part isn't particularly action-packed, but, you know, there might be somebody out there who gets lost in the maze that is Watoga, so maybe that'll help. Quest marker in the elevator. And I can't help it even though it's just a game and I know it's not going to matter. I put my gun away before I talk to people. And we'll have a quick look around this little entry room here just to see what's going on. We've got a Brotherhood of Steel flag. Nothing too interesting, but you never know where you might find some random note laying around. Dead Protectron off in the corner there. Maybe old Vern took care of business when he showed up to claim his new apartment. And here he is, looking like Solid Snake out of Metal Gear.
Let's have a look at you.
Yeah, let's have a look at you too. It's a little dark in here. We'll pop on the Pip-Boy light before we start our conversation.
Yeah. All right. You'll have to do.
We've got a few speech options here. If we had intelligence of only 1, we could come up with that charming response, but we don't. We do have strength, though, so we're going to roll with it. Strength 10. What the hell are you looking at, old man?
Ha! You got grit. I'll give you that. I could use some muscle. I'm Initiate Dodge with the Appalachian chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. I got word that members from Mariposa are on their way here now. It's critical that I lay the groundwork they need to get a foothold in this region. Are you up for it?
So we've got some more dialogue choices here, but I'm thinking let's toy with them a little bit. Sorry, Vern, maybe some other time.
Damn it. Come back if you grow a spine, then.
All right, I'll come back when I grow a spine.
Oh.
How about now?
You're ready to prove your worth now, huh? This mission is critical to the Brotherhood's success.
Critical, you say? Well, in that case, yeah, never mind.
Well, Be gone with you then, punk.
All right, let's do this for real.
Oh, you ready to prove your worth now, huh? This mission is critical to the Brotherhood's success.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell me, who are the Brotherhood of Steel?
The last hope for humanity, that's who. We're a group of highly trained specialists in all fields of combat and science. The Appalachian chapter, my chapter, once stood the best chance of bringing back civilization in this damned hellhole. This old husk in front of you is all that's left. Hopefully. The training I have with my chapter's specialized tools can still be of service to the Californian Brotherhood.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the deserter. Came back to make things right. That's all you need to know. And before you go getting all curious to hear Grandpa Vernon's stories, prove to me you're worth my time first.
All right, I guess that's fair enough. Why don't you tell me about this urgent task?
Perfect. Time is of the essence. I compiled a list of locations the Brotherhood had previously been tracking as enemy hotspots. Every day I'll highlight a location and a mission that can provide the Brotherhood a strategic advantage. I call these daily ops. Head there using your map and I'll provide instructions. Complete the mission and there'll be compensation. If you're fast and efficient, I'll even up the reward. So pay attention in there and work quickly. Come see me after your first op. I'll throw in an extra something for you. If you have any questions about daily ops, ask. Otherwise, hit your map, find the op, and let's take back Appalachia.
If we try to pester him again for more dialogue, he just repeats the same line, giving us the instructions for daily ops. So that's kind of what he's there for, to give us a little bit of explanation of things and just kind of be a tool to help us do daily ops and to introduce that mechanic. We'll take a quick look around the rest of the apartment here before we jump into his computer terminal that I saw. And nothing particularly notable. He's got a bed here that's covered in crap. So not sure where he's sleeping. Oh yeah, he's sleeping on the sleeping bag. All right. That works. Put the crap on the bed and put you on the floor. That makes a lot of sense. But hey, you do you, Vern. You do you. All right. Souvenir sloth toy. We don't need to steal his stuffed animals. Doesn't look like he's got much, so we'll let him keep that. Big Brotherhood of Steel banner over there. Metal emblem, I should say. He's got a bathroom with a mirror and some more crap stuffed in it. So all in all, it looks like old Vern likes to collect garbage. And that's probably fair because most of us spend our entire days in Appalachia doing the same thing. Got a circuit board. All right, not too bad. Let's check out the terminal. Looks like we've got a little bit of a journal here. Brotherhood of Steel only, personal terminal. See what we've got to say. Day 5, explored Watoga. Took a bullet from a search party 5 days ago. They took several bullets back. Found this apartment with a working elevator, good tactical defense. I think that might be the last of them, though. Watoga is littered with Brotherhood tech. Started hauling some of it back, like this giant brick I'm typing on now. Haven't been to Defiance yet. Don't think I'm ready. Typing again feels strange. Been years. Day 12, planning. Started scouting beyond Watoga. Saw a settlement called Foundation. I'll keep my distance. Saw Defiance. Also from a distance. Watoga has more than enough equipment for me to get started. Gonna see if I can get some comms working. See if I can pick up where we left off. Day 20. Inoculation. Ran into a caravan west of here. All suited up, got a flag and all, but amateurs. Asked why they weren't dead, weren't scorched. There's an inoculation now. Well, that's good. Still damn SBs in the sky, though. Still plenty of pruny bastards that can kill you. Lost count. Message received. Holy hell, I picked up on something. Mariposa. Paladin Romani, Ramini. They're coming. Need to prepare. Give them a fighting chance. Clearly talking about the radio message that can be heard from the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel. Lost count plus 2 days. Plenty of uplinks still in position, but faulty repeaters keep breaking. Uplinks need calibrating. It's going to take a team to keep these things running, but they need this. They need to know what's out there. Bumped into some raiders looking for trouble. Gave me an excuse to make something that will attract a little attention. Now to wait. So there we have it. He did in fact find some raiders and use them to make something to attract attention. So there we go. We now understand what's going on with daily ops. We've met Vernon Dodge. And the next step is to go ahead and complete an op for him. So let's go ahead and do that and see how it goes. Daily ops tend to be fairly challenging to complete on your own. So you want to find a team to do them with. And fortunately, there's a public team option. We'll look and see if there's an existing one. There is, but it's full. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and create my own daily ops team and just wait for some people to show up and join before we jump in. And that took all of maybe 2 minutes before I had a few people on the team. They're already jumping into the op. Today's is in the Valley Galleria with super mutants who freeze us on attack to slow us down. Let's jump in and see what's going on. So our first step is to repair the signal repeater. So far, we only have the uplink quest for daily ops, so they all work basically the same way. We find the signal repeater and repair it while protecting ourselves from enemies. In the daily ops, I still run a low health build, but I tend to use a vampire's weapon, which does a little less damage than a bloodied weapon, but definitely helps keep me alive, especially once I get slowed down. Enemies inside the daily op will drop the ammo you're shooting, so be sure to loot along the way. But don't worry too much because there is time at the end for you to do that. The main thing is you want to move as quick as you can so you can complete the op as quickly as possible. And our teammate is on top of it here.
Beginning signal calibration. Team, watch for enemy contact.
He's got the signal booster all calibrated. Let's keep an eye out here for enemies. We've got a couple of pretty strong players that jumped on the team here, so I don't think this is going to be too challenging. Now, currently in all of the uplink daily ops, if you are a stealth build, that part of your build is basically non-existent. You really can't sneak in these. The enemies have exceptionally high perception, so there's no point in sneaking around. It just slows you down. You can turn your light on. You can be as indiscreet as you like. Just kill things, stay alive, keep your teammates alive, and most importantly, stay near the signal boosters. If you look at the compass on your map, you can see how it's kind of glowing yellow. That'll tell you that you're close enough. And why that's important is because every player on the team, the closer you all are to the signal booster, the faster it boosts. That's one of the mechanics of this. So definitely stay close by. Don't wander too far off in search of kills and loot. I'm playing with fire here a little bit. Moving out probably a bit too far if I go any further than that. You want to keep this moving nice and fast. And so far, this hasn't been anything too overwhelming. Okay, signal is calibrated. Now we have to run to the next booster. And my teammates seem to know pretty well what they're doing, so I don't mind taking a little bit of time to loot, but along the way, you don't want to get bogged down with enemies. You just want to keep running past them. In every daily op in each location, the signal boosters and the uplink are always in the same place. So even though your enemies and their mutations will change, each location's checkpoints are in the same place every time. So the more you do the daily ops, the better you'll learn them and the easier a time you'll have completing them. Sometimes we have moments like this where there just aren't a ton of enemies rushing us. But that can change on a dime, so keep your eyes open, stay ready. It also really helps that I've got 2 high-level teammates here that seem to know what they're doing. And I think we get the point here. This signal booster's pretty well under control, so I'm just going to zip ahead to the end of this checkpoint. And we'll just take down a few more enemies. And then we head to the next checkpoint on the quest where we're just going to have some marked enemies to clear out. Freezing enemies, I think, are one of my least favorite daily ops. They can really slow you down, and if you get caught with your health low and you're frozen in a reload, that can leave you very, very vulnerable. So this part, everything's got a quest marker, you just gotta hunt them down. And now we have a boss coming. The super mutant boss, I think, is one of the coolest. They gave him some unique face paint. See if we can get close enough to get a look at it. I do see the irony in naming him a freezing super mutant fire starter, but nonetheless, he looks badass. We'll get a look as he dies. And with that, we finished the quest in under 8 minutes, which is going to qualify us for the best possible rewards. Now, when you're finished here, you do get a little bit of time inside the instance to loot your enemies, pick up ammo, and honestly, half of them drop stim packs. So if you like to keep a lot of stim packs, make sure you loot everything in here. You will never want for stim packs again. For me, I'm not that worried about it. Let's go ahead and check out our rewards. To see your rewards, you just view the operation report on PC. You'll press escape. On Xbox and PS4, you'll press something else. And here we got all 3 ranks, so we get 3 chances at the rare rewards. Now today you get I got a collection of general things, a couple of legendary items, and I got the plan for the War Glaive, which is a unique melee weapon that you can only get from running daily ops. It works kind of like the gold bullion weapons work in that you can craft it, but you can't drop or trade the War Glaives that you craft. You can't drop or trade the plan. It's just for you. It's locked to that specific character. You also can't craft them as legendary, which is a little different, but you can get legendary War Glaives from different events and from the purveyor. So you absolutely can roll legendary variants of the weapon. In this case, I don't have that yet, and this isn't a melee build, so there's not much sense in going there, but we'll walk around with it just to look cool before we go back and see old Grandpa Vernon in Watoga. At some point, I might do a melee character and use this weapon, but for this guy, it's probably not going to be very useful. At some point in the future, I will do a video on all the rewards you can get from daily ops, but at this point, I don't have them all yet, so I can't shoot it yet, but we'll do that when the time is right. For now, let's head back to Watoga and see Initiate Dodge and get some more lore and information from him. I'm just going to run straight through the city because with my Strength 2 character, there's no way I'm killing anything with a War Glaive. Let's see what he's got to say.
You're back. Well, have you completed a daily op yet? If not, what are you still doing here?
Yeah, I completed a daily op. You told me to come back and see you for a little something extra.
Yeah. Here for a treat, eh? Satisfaction of helping wasn't enough for you? I'm pulling your leg. You did good. You deserve this. But remember, I call them daily ops for a reason. There'll be another location and mission tomorrow. Keep an eye out.
And with that, we complete breaking radio silence. Sadly, in my case, no phenomenal rewards, but that's okay. Really, what we want is to just be able to talk to Initiate Dodge a little bit more, and he's moving over by the consoles, where we'll be able to do just that.
Watch where you're stepping. This stuff is pretty ancient. And yeah, I meant the wire, not me, smartass.
You said it, not me. All right, I'd like to know a little more about you.
Fine, but only since you came through for me. What exactly are you dying to know?
Well, why did you join the Brotherhood?
Before the bombs, I was a burned-out Marine vet, bagging groceries. No family, no friends. After the bombs, I took to the bottle. Don't remember much. Years later, a recruiter for the Brotherhood comes through my neck of the woods. Believe it or not, they gave me a shot. Second lease on life. Maybe even civilization. Nothing else to it.
What's the real story behind you deserting? It seems like there might be more to it.
Real story is that I was a naive fool. I left my post, let the Brotherhood down. Came back to more fallen comrades than I can count.
And we have lots of skill check options here that all kind of add up to the same thing, that this guy doesn't strike me as somebody who's just gonna desert. He's clearly dedicated, he's clearly a tough guy, so why would he do something like that? But they all kind of go the same place. Let's roll with the luck option, just because it's a little bit cheekier than the others. What happened? Did you just get lost one day?
No, well, shit, sorta. A little more complicated than that, but, where to start? Well, I was already a geezer when I joined up. Despite my years in the service, the Brotherhood ran me through the ringer with the rookies, the younger guys. Looked up to me, I guess. I had a soft spot for that youthful spirit. My superiors, though, like Senior Knight Wilson, look, the work the Brotherhood does, it's not easy, not safe. You need to harden these kids into solid steel to endure the dangers of it.
All right, we're not playing on Old Man McRib, so we'll be nice here. As fun as some of these other options might be, we only get to choose one. Sounds like it's pretty rough.
It was rough. Nothing I couldn't shrug off, but the younger recruits were bending too far and sometimes snapping. One kid, damn it. Sorry. One kid got a lot more stick than carrot. Broke him. Went AWOL in the middle of the night. The old fool I am saw it as my duty to chase him down before anyone like Wilson took notice. At the time I caught the kid, we were a day out. Completely lost our bearing. We got waylaid by a group of passing raiders. Guess they saw us as fit enough for their fighting pits, but weak enough to get the drop on.
Well, that's quite the story, wasn't it? You were just trying to help a recruit. That's hardly deserting. That's true, but the pit fighter story is a whole lot more interesting. You were a pit fighter? Shit, and you're still alive?
Barely. Spent the next decade or so slitting throats, caving in skulls, and doing anything I could not to be a corpse on the arena floor. Lost an eye. Lost the kid, too. That was a long, hard life to live. That is, until my latest handler brought me to the Watoga Civic Center fight pits. The smell of being so close to home got my blood boiling. Strangled the poor bastard with one of those collars, then ran like hell. I took a bullet from a search party, but I've been free of them since. Now I've just been limping around looking for any Brotherhood tech I can fix. Trying to make things right with a bunch of ghosts. Well, I still can. Yeah, but that's enough of the past. Hope you heard what you wanted. Leave me be for a spell, would you?
Fair enough, old man. Fair enough. That was quite the story. And for me, as a longtime Fallout fan and just lover of all the lore, that is probably the best reward that I could ever get from a quest, is a little more story content. If we take a look in his terminal, we can see that there's a new entry titled Success. Real simple, mission complete, couldn't be more proud. All right, so this guy's a true believer. He wants to get the work done. That's great. We've got one last thing to check out before we go for the day, and that is Atlas Observatory. We know that last month we had a community event to donate materials to build up the place for the Brotherhood's arrival, and I thought it would be cool to just take a look around and see what may have changed, and we can see that a lot has. We've got Brotherhood logos all over everything. We've got some more gear around, some anti-aircraft turrets. And we'll also find a note here from Russell Dorsey, who was the guy who was kind of running the show for fortifying Atlas. Let's see what he has to say. To any interested party, sorry for the absence, but the Brotherhood are getting close, and there's a few things I have to square away before they get here. The place is still locked up. Don't want anybody screwing around in there till they arrive. If you donated to the construction, look at what you helped make. You should be proud. I know I am. Oh, and if you're actually the Brotherhood reading this and I'm not back yet, well, I'll be reporting for duty the moment I return. I'll be back soon, Russell Dorsey. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the first little taste of the Brotherhood of Steel returning to Appalachia. I'm excited to see where they go with this. For now, it looks like the group is being treated like a bunch of avenging heroes, but something tells me their story isn't going to be quite that simple in the end. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the content I upload every week on the channel. Till next time, I'm Fisty McRib.